Good morning and welcome to Repair. So another day, another drone. This is not my drone this time. I have not smashed it up, flown it into a tree, or done any major damage to it. This is one I have bought on eBay that I thought I'd have a go at repairing. It's quite damaged. I've already fixed a few bits even without really looking at it. So to summarize, the back's broken there. This is broken. As you can see, it's doing all kinds of things it shouldn't be. The gimbal is completely totaled. I mean, the camera's got damage to the side of the camera just there. The gimbal's ripped away. The flex is damaged. The video cable's broken. Obviously, some pads and feet and things are missing. Like that one's even cracked. So this is a bit more of a project piece. I also noticed after powering on, the fan wasn't spinning up. So this thing gets just stupid hot. So that also needs some attention. But if you look behind the gimbal, it's dented right in. I think something has whacked the front of this at a hell of a force and really damaged it, which I'm amazed because I've no idea how you do that with the obstacle avoidance sensors on the front. So I digress. It is broke. It needs some love. It does power on. I don't know if I can show you that. I'm not sure how much life there is in this. Obviously you see all the mounts move, and it makes its typical DJI noise. I'm not going to leave it on because it does get so hot. So the other thing that was also damaged, and I don't know if you can see this, the chassis is quite bent over here. And this was completely out of placement, so I've pushed it back in. The plastics are bent back, so it's all right. It does need quite a lot of work. So I'm just going to be working on the fan today. I will do the gimbal as a bit of a part 2. So some of it I will do in this video, some of it I'll do in the next. So we're going to start by getting everything ripped apart. I'll just grab my mag mat to one side so we don't get our screws muddled. So let's see if we can undo this. This might be the wrong size bit. No, it is the right size. Let's see how much we can get undone. I think someone has threaded that screw ever so slightly, so we're going to have to try and find a different bit to get that out. So let's grab a spudger. See if we can get these plastic plates out. There we are. So I think someone has probably tampered with this thing already. Let me just have a look at that bit. Actually, maybe it's not totaled, maybe it's just full of junk. It's just gunked up. Let's grab some tweezers and give it a bit of a scrape and see if we can get that cleaned up a little bit more. Yeah, it's just full of crap. That's all. That's why my screwdriver can't get in there properly. Felt like I was threading it, but I don't think I am. I think I'm just, or it's just so gunked up. There we go. That's much better. Perfect. So that's that release. Let's see if we can get this out. There we go. Doesn't look like it's been tampered with, which is nice. So in order to free this bottom section, you need to undo these 4 screws at the front here. So we'll just work our way through and do that. So there's, and then what we'll do is we'll do the top section afterwards. See, in my last video I've taken one of these apart because I had to replace one of the arms on it. So if you're interested in how to do one of the arm replacements, then have a look at that video. Don't spend too much attention to it though, because I am not the best at doing these drones. It's a little bit of winging it. So let's get all these screws out. There's 6 here in total, 2 at the back and 4 in this middle section in either corner. So just quickly do that. They are all the same size, so you don't need to stress too much about mixing them up. do try and keep track of them anyway, because it makes life easier when you're putting it back together. And last one. So I already know I'm going to have to do a rear arm replacement on this. I'm going to have to fix the gimbal, which is going to need some attention. And I'm going to have to have a look at this fan, so it's going to need quite a bit of work on it to get it back up to standard, and obviously fix this little section here as well. Right, so as before, we're going to lever this up slowly. There is a connection at the back here that we just need to be careful of. But basically, once you get your front free, the back should more or less come up. Just try and be careful of it. Now, the gimbal is totaled, so I'm not stressing too much about protecting it, because it's going to have to come off and be completely ripped down and repaired anyway. Right, so I don't know if you can see, but under here, what you can make that out. Oh, there we go, I've just pulled it out anyway. There's that cable we just need to be careful of. Did that last time. Right. There's something in there rattling around, so I might have to take that a bit further and have a look at it. Right. So, on the surface of it, everything looks fine in here. Our fan is down here, which we need to get to. To get to our fan, we do need to drop this assembly out. I'm just going to have a quick look at what this rattle is, because it shouldn't be rattling, and the only place that I can see is if anything is there. So let me just grab myself a small Phillips head screwdriver. I don't know if this one's going to be small enough. No, it is not. Let's grab myself a small Phillips, and we will have a quick poke at what's going on there, because it doesn't feel like it should be rattling. I don't even know if this is how you get in here, but whatever, we'll figure it out. Tweezers. There we go. Oh, something fell out then. I don't know what it was. Everything looks okay though. And what I can see, can I get this board out? Oh, I don't like it when it makes that noise. Yeah, it looks alright. Oh, it was a stone, in case you care. Right, let's get this back in. So back. And that way round. Just pop our screws back in. Oops. It'd really help if I'd use the magnetic ones. Right. Let's refocus on doing our fan. So that's all apart. Right. So what we need to do is we have to drop the gimbal assembly in order to get to this. So to try and show you as carefully as I can, but basically on here there is 1, 2, 3, and 4 connections. There's a white power cable just here. And there are 1, 2, 3, 4 screws. That should, I think maybe 5 and 6 as well actually, should drop the assembly out. So we are going to get all of that good stuff done. So I will try and give you a up close and personal as much as I can so you can see that. So first thing we need to do, so we will grab a spudger. So we're ready. So we'll just disconnect these flexes. So we've got one here, which has, it's quite funny. Do you want the stone? This thing has probably been through the mill. So there's 2. Let's disconnect this cable if I can pull it up. It might need tweezers on it. Come on, there we go. That's pulled up. Okay, and then, so these ones, these 2 ribbon cables here, we need to be quite careful of. We do need to do it so that they are folded away from us, so it needs to go that way. There is some adhesive surrounding, so you do need to be quite careful. They will damage easy, so please be really careful. It's the front sensor assembly. We just got to be careful we don't tear the ribbons. This tapey stuff is quite strong. Sorry, whatever it is, the epoxy or whatever you want to call it. Right, so there's one off. Let's do our other one now. You should just hear it click and it will just come away. And we just make sure it's completely free, otherwise we're asking for trouble when we pull the assembly down. There we go, that's completely free now. So that's done, those are disconnected. Right, so now we'll get our screws undone. So grabbing our Phillips again, we'll start with these two front ones. And you'll start feeling it free. And then we'll do these surroundings. And we're just working our way towards that fan. I can start feeling it drop now, so at this point, as I am, put your fingers up underneath. Otherwise, if you haven't got a gimbal that's as damaged as mine has, it will just drop. So just to be aware of that, you just need to be a little bit careful. We're just going to give it a very slight nudge, and the gimbal has dropped away now. So there we go, there's my gimbal. And as you can see, it's pretty totaled. There are multiple damage cables there. I got damage here on this cable, and I already know that the flex is broken, and actually the shock mount, whatever it's called, is completely gone, so we need to replace that too. So I'm going to pop that off to one side. I'm not going to do that today. That is going to be another video. So let's zoom you back out a bit so you can see a bit more, and we will come back to you. Right, okie dokie. So the next thing we need to do is work our way into this area here. Now, we're going to have to undo this front sensor in a minute, and there are some screws under this matting-y bit here. So we'll do that first, and then hopefully everything should start coming away. There are also two screws just here, so we'll get those sorted. They are quite tight, and I'm hoping that this fan is repairable. So we're going to have a bit of a wing it and see job. Okay, can't get that screw out, so let's just grab my tweezers. There we are. And the other one. While I'm in here, what I will probably do is fix this back arm as well. Okay, and this top bit here. Right, and that should, oh yeah, I forgot the last two, sorry, there are two down here. I don't know if I can get to those as it stands, or if this is going to come up. I'm not sure if there's any more, actually. There might be another screw. Oh, there is, sorry, I've missed one. So let's just take this off. There we go. So I don't know if you can see that now. There are two screws that I missed there on the sides. I thought it felt a bit firm. There's one. And there's two. Hopefully once I've released this top board, then I can get to that plastic section that's slightly lower down. There we are. Right, and then actually you can see the sensor cable is going all the way down here. We do need to remove this, as I said. Just unscrew that at the front there. Right. Just being really gentle, we'll just wiggle that cable out. We're getting very close now. So is our sensor cable disconnected. So we just need to do these two screws way down here, which I should now be able to get to. And then that should free everything up. And then we're in business at that point. Be careful of these two flex cables that I'm holding back on either side. They run to the logic board, so you don't want to be damaging them, because you are going to have a whole world of pain on your hands if you do. You have to take the whole thing apart to get to them. Okay, let's just there's another stone. My screw didn't come out, but I got a stone out of it. I think this one's been flown at the beach. That's the only thing I can think of. God, it really doesn't want to come out of there. Come on, you little monkey. Okay, we might just have to leave it in place and hope that it comes out with this assembly. Right, so yeah, there we are. So up it comes. Oh yeah, and then all that is 100% the reason my fan isn't spinning. Right, so let's just take the screw out so I don't lose it. There we are. So I don't know if you can see that, but my fan is just gone. It is just totally smashed up. Even, oh crikey, that metal is just, I can push it back out, but it's pretty total. Oh, there we go. That is just shot away entirely. There's no way that's coming back. So we need to get this out and then I can show you properly. Come on. There we are. So look at that. That is well and truly done. I'm just trying to get my camera to focus. There we go. So that is, it's not even spinning. No wonder this thing has just had a complete meltdown. I can't even get the bits of it apart, so I'm going to have to order a replacement fan. Oh, even it's been pushed so hard, it's even broken at the back. God. Okay. So, I wasn't sure how far we'd gone. This is completely shot away. Even the metal is properly bent. So I'm going to have to see if I can bend that back or get some more from somewhere or something to that effect. I've never seen it damaged this badly. Yeah, that's pretty well done. Okay, so what I will do, I will pause the video here. I haven't ordered the fan assembly yet, so I'm going to go and do that now. Now I know what I'm ordering. The only other thing I will say, just to get this fan out, you just undo the two little screws on it and it will just drop away. So there's one and the other one. I'm not going to do that quite now just because I want to make sure I have the orientation and everything around the right way, but you just undo those two and it will pop away. Cool, so I will pause here, I will get a fan ordered and then we will go from there really, and I will come back to you shortly. Right, so a few days on we're back. I'm going to get this fan and things back in now. So first of all, things I've done. Here's our old fan. I've taken it away from the little plastic brackety thing, which I've got ready to roll here. The other thing I've done is I've taken this piece of metal out from within. It's so bent up and it's interfering with the fan. Even I could see that in a test fit. So I'm going to see if I can get another piece of this metal and get that into place. It looks like it just holds in with some hot glue, so that's really easy. So first thing we need to do, at least I think the first thing I need to do, is get this aerial cable back into position, and then I think I'll work everything else around it. Or maybe it goes like that. This, kids, is why we pay attention when we take things out. Let's just see how it fits in, and we might need to unscrew it. Now I reckon we're going to have to fit that around that part. There's a little cabley grommet there. No, actually I reckon saying that it hooks over this bit here. I take it back, I'll be alright. Right, so let's get this fitted in and then we'll work around that cable. So again, moving these two ribbons back out of the way so you're not going to damage anything. Just carefully, with the fan cable in the right position as well. Carefully tuck this down here and it should just drop in, he says. Like an episode of Faulty Towers watching me do this, I'll tell you. Are you going to go in position, Mr. Fan, please? There we go. I popped the two screws in already just to make my life a little bit easier. Save me having to line them up. So that's done. You can hear my pigeons on my roof as well. I'm not in my usual quiety space. Ask them to be quiet. Oh, they actually listened. Right, so let's get this fan cable connected back up. Hopefully it will go in one. Please go in one. Might be a tweezer job, but I reckon I can probably do it without. Right, there we are, we got it. We got it. So that's the fan cable connected back up. So now I need to work this. Oh, saying that, that needs to be under there. Okay, so kids, this fan cable needs to be around that one so you can route that cable right. So there we go. And then that clips into there, like so, and routes around here. I'll try and show you this afterwards because this is not easy to show you on camera. It's not easy to route. Jeez. Right, cool. So hopefully you can see that. So this little cable here, this is the sensor at the front, tucks around here, routes this way, and then comes this way. There's a little bit of wiggle room in it, so I reckon what I should do is screw it in first and then route that cable afterwards, which will be easier. Let's just grab a screw. Oh, and it's not magnetic, which is just great. Okay, that's in position now. Ish. This is where you need 17 pairs of hands. What I think I might do is actually thread that through there and then screw it down. Wiggle into position with the screw in it. There we go. There we are, kids. Done. Right. Now we'll get that in, and then any slack can be hidden down in this little gap. There we are. Done. Perfect. So that is now in position. The fan is in. Everybody's happy. Next thing we need to do is screw this top plate in, which in theory should be quite straightforward, but no, my luck, probably won't be. So move our cables out of the way again, and we're going to screw straight down here. Trying to do this and not catch the flex cables because they're sort of in the way. There we are. Got that one. Let's grab two more. And I've got that one. And then last but not least, which is this little front one just here. Oh, it's not going well. There we are. And we'll put this little cover over. Done. Cool, that's our battery back in. What I will do now, I'm going to try a quick power up and just see if the fan kicks in. I should be able to just do this, but I don't know how. Oh, on, and I think that fan is going. The fan's not going yet, but it's probably not come up to temp. Let's just give it a minute and see if it does. I'd rather know that it was working before I do it any further and make any more efforts to repair it. But it shouldn't take long to come up to temperature. Let me just feel the bottom of it. It's still cold at the moment. The fan is not spinning. What I'll do is I'll pause the video here and I'll come back in just a few seconds and hopefully it will be all up and working. So it's been about a week since I've last recorded anything. I've actually been on holiday so I haven't had a chance to really come back and do any more on this. As you will be able to hear, and as I can feel, the fan is very much working now. I don't really know what the end cause of it was. I've not really got to the bottom of it. Obviously, I replaced it in the video, connected everything up and couldn't get any life out of it. The only thing I've done that is different is I've disconnected everything, reseated the cables. I wanted to try it with the rear cable connected from the top housing. I've done that, plugged everything back in, put everything back together, firmwared it again, which finally went through successfully. And lo and behold, the fan is working, but I've not really done anything. The only thing I can think is that this end cable maybe needed to be connected just so it was complete, or something stupid along those lines. The only other things I've done, I've replaced the foot on this side, and I've replaced this arm as well, which was damaged. So for all intensive purposes, this is now working. As you will hopefully be able to see, the camera is working as well. I managed to fix that. So in this video, hopefully you've done better than I had, and you've seen how I've gone about doing the repair on this fan of this drone. I am going to release another video shortly on how to do the gimbal, and there are lots of laughs in that one. I didn't do a very good job of it. It did take me lots of attempts. But for all intents and purposes, that's it. I've got a few screws to put in. I'm not going to continue on any further. If there's any other questions you have or anything you want to see, please drop me a message. I'm not going to include all the footage in this one because there is just so much of it. But otherwise, I shall see you in the next video, and thanks for watching.